My precious child, I am calling you now. Pause your busy life for just a few moments and listen to my voice. I see the weight of your worries and the endless distractions that seek to drown the light within your soul. Every second you spend in the clamor of the world risks weakening the sacred walls of your heart, leaving you vulnerable to the enemy's schemes. I urge you to embrace this moment of stillness, for in it lies a refuge of divine truth that can transform your life forever. Do not delay. Step into my light and secure your destiny before the shadows grow too strong. I know that sometimes, in the midst of everyday tasks and relentless demands, it is hard to imagine any voice calling you more gently than the countless obligations that weigh upon you. Yet I speak with a love so profound that it transcends every noisy thing, quietly inviting you to pause, to breathe, and to notice the stirring of my presence within the depths of your heart. Could you pause for a few moments, just 10 minutes, to hear my voice? The bustle of life often tugs at you, pulling you in many directions, urging you to meet deadlines, fulfill duties, and keep pace with a world that rarely slows down. But in the hush of those moments you set aside, you will find that my voice offers a respite far greater than the fleeting rest the world promises. I know your life is full of demands and anxieties, with responsibilities and pressures that seem to have no end. There are hours when it feels as though the weight upon your shoulders is too heavy to carry, and you wonder how you will manage another day. Yet in every instant of your journey, every worry, every moment of quiet desperation, I am here, perceiving not just what you show outwardly, but the silent cry of your soul. Yet in the midst of this overwhelming current, I am reaching for your heart, softly speaking words that can transform your life forever. You may not see me extending my hand, but trust that I do, for my care runs deeper than the physical realm. I speak not to your ears alone, but to the secret spaces where your fears and dreams rest, where the soul yearns for answers that only I can give. Let me ask you, why do you allow discouraging and deceptive thoughts to slip into your soul, drawing you away from the sacred purpose I have set before you? Consider how easily these thoughts appear, like shadows shifting at the edge of your mind, each one suggesting that you are unworthy, incapable, or hopeless. Yet if you shine the light of my truth upon them, you will see that they hold no real substance, no genuine claim over your destiny or your value. Such notions are illusions, insubstantial shadows trying to dim the bright hope that lives within you. They take root when you permit your heart to wander into doubt, listening to the voice of negativity rather than the voice of love. They fade, however, the moment you recall that my promises are stronger than every falsehood the world might whisper. Come, listen to me, and peace will return. The peace I give you is like a river that flows beneath the hectic surface of life, always present, always clear, available for you to submerge your anxieties and come up renewed. When you pause, you will sense that it was never truly gone. It was only obscured by the clamor around you and within you. Do not allow yourself to be swept away by destructive ideas and empty murmurs meant to hold you captive in doubt and fear. Know that every lie, every distorted perception has a singular intention: to keep you from embracing the truth of how cherished and capable you are in my eyes. You have far more strength and grace than you give yourself credit for, and acknowledging that is the first step to casting aside the lies that try to trap you. My enemy is ever present, weaving endless lies meant to ensnare you in self-doubt, lies that make you question your inherent worth and forget who you are in my sight. Like a cunning adversary, he studies your vulnerabilities, waiting for moments of exhaustion or loneliness to plant seeds of defeat in your mind. But I invite you to anchor your identity in the unshakable assurance of being my beloved child, standing in the light of my unwavering truth. He intends to mute the radiant spark inside your heart, causing you to feel undeserving of my love and protection. Pay attention to those pangs of unworthiness that creep in, telling you that your mistakes define you more than my grace. Recognize them for what they are: attempts to disconnect you from the love that frees you, renews you, and secures you firmly in my compassionate embrace. But remember this, my beloved one, his deceptions have no power over the everlasting truth I have etched into your being. Within you lies a luminous imprint, placed there by my hand, reminding you that you were created intentionally, with care and purpose. No darkness can ever obliterate that enduring mark of your true identity. This truth is more potent than every lie, outshining every dark scheme he might contrive. Truth stands like a steadfast lighthouse in the midst of a tumultuous sea, signaling safety and guiding you home even when the storms rage around you. Cling to that light and let it flood the corners of your mind that the enemy seeks to keep in shadow. You are my cherished child, a priceless gem for whom I sacrificed my life. I saw you then, I see you now, and I will forever see you, treasure you, and hold you close. In giving my life for you, I declared your immeasurable value, higher than you can ever comprehend. You are not the product of failure, but the rightful heir of glory in my kingdom. Even if people or circumstances try to define you by your past missteps, remember that I have set you apart as an heir to eternal hope, beauty, and promise. The identity I give you is founded upon love, redemption, and destiny, far beyond any earthly measure. Through the garment of righteousness I have placed upon you, every stain from your past has been removed, and my mercy for you stretches beyond all the seas on earth. Envision that garment enfolding you, a symbol of my abiding grace that covers every shortcoming and weaves a tapestry of renewal day by day. My mercy is an ocean without boundary, persistently inviting you to come, to be cleansed and lifted, no matter how many times you stumble. Do not bow your head in shame when accusations arise. Shame tries to convince you that you are forever bound to your errors, that you must hide who you are and what you have done. But I have already borne that weight of shame, freeing you to walk upright in the radiance of forgiveness and second chances. The moment the enemy whispers about your errors and flaws, lift your head high. Refuse to dwell on the accusations, for they only replay a story from which I have already released you. Raise your gaze to my promises, my love, and you will see that you stand secure in my grace. Stand assured in the truth that I have summoned you, cherished you, and shielded you. My calling over you is unwavering. My love surrounds you like a fortress, and my protection never sleeps. Let my boundless love sink deep into your heart, building a steadfast foundation that will carry you through life's storms. A heart fortified by love remains unshaken by the fiercest winds of adversity, because it knows whom it belongs to and from whom it gains strength. This love is not merely a comforting idea, but the power that breaks chains, heals wounds, and ignites hope again and again. Neither weapon nor scheme nor lie can wrench you away from my unfailing love. No force in creation, whether in the visible world or the unseen realms, can overpower the hold I have on you. Your connection to me is secured by bonds far stronger than any human attempt to sever them. I stand as your mighty fortress, your unyielding shield, defending you from every threat. In battle-worn hours, in seasons of discouragement, I am the refuge where you find both security and solace. I watch over you, not from a distance, but intimately, tenderly, and with fierce devotion. I hold you near and will never let you slip away. Even when you feel yourself drifting, I am the anchor that draws you back, the one who steadies you before you are swept into despair. Cling to me as I hold you, knowing my grip does not falter in times of crisis. In my embrace, you will find a peace that transcends reason and the resilience to weather any storm. Feel the warmth of that embrace, the assurance that even if earthly reasoning fails to explain your trials, my peace will remain. Let this peace bolster your courage, reminding you that no matter how wild the storm, I am greater still. My dear child, why have you allowed fear to penetrate your every thought, allowing it to overshadow the light in your mind with heavy, anxious ponderings? Pause and reflect on how quickly fear can settle in, overshadowing your confidence with subtle questions about your future your worth, your capacity to triumph. Know that fear is only powerful when given permission to thrive in the soil of doubt, and you can uproot it by choosing to trust in my guidance. Those looming waves of fear do not have the power to overturn the plans I have made for you, plans rooted in eternal love and safeguarded by my immovable authority. Even if fear roars like thunder, it cannot undo the careful tapestry of purpose I have woven for your life. Though your heart may quake, I remain firm, holding your destiny in my sure hand. Child of mine, remember that everything I have ordained is far beyond the uncertainties of this earth. Mortal circumstances may shift, fortunes may rise and fall, but the purposes I have for you are anchored in a timeless realm beyond human fragility. Trust that I see the end from the beginning, orchestrating each event for your good in ways yet unseen. I am aware that fear often masquerades as prudence or appears as wisdom. It may whisper that it is here to protect you from hurt, urging you to shrink back from risks or remain silent where you should speak. But genuine wisdom roots itself in love and truth, whereas fear's foundation is in doubt and dread. It tiptoes in like a benign companion, yet at its core, it is a cunning deceiver that quietly undermines your faith. Stay vigilant in your discernment. Measure the voice within. Does it point you toward trust and courage, or does it confine you with worry and apprehension? Do not be misled by its disguise. Bring every fearful thought before me. Ask for clarity, and watch as I illuminate the true essence of what you are facing. Peel back the facade of fear, and you will recognize it as nothing but a faint silhouette compared to the brilliance of my presence. When your heart is filled with the light of my love, illusions of terror dissolve like mist under the morning sun. The greatest weapon against fear is the unshakable awareness that I am with you. Do not let fleeting concerns drown your soul. Worries may churn like restless waves, but I invite you to rest upon them in faith rather than be pulled under by them. A fleeting worry, when given too much focus, can stir anxiety that tangles your heart and mind. Soothe your heart. Place your burdens at my feet, inhaling my spirit and exhaling apprehension. Envision anxiety leaving your body like a breath released to the wind, never to return with the same weight. Let each breath settle into the peaceful rhythm found in me. Breathing is more than a physical act. It can be a sacred exchange, receiving the gift of my presence and surrendering your unrest. Each heartbeat, each moment of inhalation is a subtle reminder of how I sustain you effortlessly. Hear my gentle whisper, quiet yet filled with undeniable authority. In a clamoring world where so many voices demand your attention, my voice may be softer, yet it reverberates with matchless power. Give yourself room to listen, removing the clutter of needless noise. This voice brings unwavering peace and a faith as solid as bedrock. You may feel your faith wavering, but when you tune into my voice, you will find it steadied by the truth of who I am. Your spirit will stand firm on this foundation, growing impervious to the tremors of doubt. I am guiding you, step by step, along a path I set in motion long before the cosmos came into existence. In my infinite wisdom, I shaped not only the stars, but the very trajectory of your life, pouring my love into every detail. Trust that your journey is not random, but carefully orchestrated for a purpose greater than you can imagine. Long before your first cry at birth, I knew you, and I instilled within you a magnificent purpose and a meaningful path. Your life is no accident, nor are your gifts, passions, and talents. They converge to fulfill a destiny that brings me joy and brings you fulfillment, radiating love in a world so often starved of it. You are never abandoned on this journey, for my presence goes with you, even when you struggle to sense it. There may be times you feel I am silent, yet silence does not equate to absence. Even in the quiet, I am watching over you, whispering hope into your soul's deepest places. Hand every worry over to me, for your shoulders were never designed to carry such burdens. When troubles multiply or pressures mount, trust that releasing them is not neglecting your responsibilities, but acknowledging that I am your provider and protector. In relinquishing control, You open the way for my power to do what you alone cannot. I willingly bear your sorrows and concerns, driven by my limitless love. No matter how insignificant or overwhelming your worries may seem to you, they matter deeply to me. Love compels me to lift them so that you can walk unencumbered and free. Place your trust in me, dear one, for my plans for you will never fail. My plans are not teetering on the brink of collapse. They stand firm, rooted in the intentions of an omnipotent Father who sees beyond any immediate trial. Even if you doubt yourself, know that I remain steadfast in my vision for your life. No matter how formidable the trials or how profound the valleys you traverse, my light will guide you. There is no chasm too deep, no canyon too steep for my beams of mercy to penetrate. Even in the shadowiest valleys, my radiance will pave a path for your weary feet. I have witnessed every struggle, every tear you have shed in the shadows. Not one tear is overlooked, not one groan passes unnoticed. Your silent battles are precious to me, and I hold each one close as I carry you forward. When you feel fatigued and hopeless, I am not a distant observer. I stand at your side, holding your hand, bracing you through your unsteady steps. Lean on me, and you will discover a steadfast companion who does not judge your weaknesses, but offers grace when you stumble. In every trembling step, you can find me supportive, whispering encouragement, reminding you of the strength that lies within you. And when you muster the courage to face each new day, I celebrate with you, taking joy in your perseverance as you move forward. I delight in seeing your resilience, in observing how you rise again and again, refusing to surrender to discouragement. Each dawn you choose to embrace is a testament to the spark of hope I keep alive in you. Your joy is also my joy. Just as a loving parent rejoices in a child's laughter, my heart overflows with gladness in your moments of triumph and peace. Though life is imperfect, I savor every instance you open your heart to happiness and gratitude. Your strength is not merely your own. It is powered by the limitless love and might I pour into you daily. Remember that you do not draw from a limited reservoir of human willpower. You tap into a boundless well of divine provision that renews and empowers you as you lean upon me. You need never wage battles alone, for I lead you, walk with you, and watch your back, guarding you from harm. Even when loneliness seems to envelop you, trust that I remain by your side, orchestrating help at just the right moment, safeguarding your steps. Spiritual warfare, emotional turmoil, daily stress, I stand with you in all of it, a faithful companion unwavering in loyalty. I see into the innermost reaches of your heart where noble aspirations glimmer. I perceive every hope you hesitate to share, every longing for better days, every dream that flickers with possibility. These glimmers are more than mere wishes. They are testimonies of the potential I have placed in you, calling you toward your purpose. I perceive every anxious throb of your spirit as you hunt for serenity in a frenzied world. I hear the voice within you that questions, yearns, and seeks answers to the manifold complexities of life, and I respond with a calming assurance, reminding you that in me there is unshakable peace. I recognize how your soul longs for truth, how it searches for solutions to life's urgent questions. The world presents countless philosophies, yet they often fail to bring lasting comfort or clarity. I, however, offer truths that stand through every age, that heal wounds and give direction to wandering hearts. Every silent cry in a lonely night, every tear that slips unnoticed, I see them all. When you feel no one hears or understands, remember that I do. In those moments, you are never truly isolated, for my eyes and ears are always upon you. Nothing about you escapes my notice, and not one of your pleas goes unheard. Even if prayers seem unanswered, know that I am working in ways that are sometimes too profound, too vast for your immediate perception. In time, you will see the threads of grace woven through the tapestry of your life. Perhaps you have wondered why life is so fraught with difficulties, why sorrow seems unavoidable, or why you sometimes feel utterly forsaken by the world. It is human to question the weight of suffering, to wonder if there is meaning in the trials that press in on every side. But do not lose sight of the greater picture, for through trials, your resilience is honed, and you discover the depth of your capacity to love, to endure, and to transcend. However, my beloved, hear me clearly. Your ordeals are not random. They do not merely arise by chance or cosmic whim. They pass through the filter of my loving allowance, each one serving a role in your growth and spiritual fortification. They are not meant to break you, but to refine you. Refinement is rarely comfortable. It requires heat and pressure, just as precious metals must be purified in the crucible. Yet the outcome is a heart that is purer, faith that is sturdier, and hope that is more vibrant. I do not allow these storms to drown you. Rather, they stabilize the roots of your faith in me as your sure foundation. Without challenges, faith often remains superficial, unable to sink the roots needed to endure life's inevitable adversities. These storms deepen your dependence on me, reminding you that I am the rock on which you stand. Each struggle is not a dead end, but a new occasion for growth, revealing the latent strength within you that I placed there from the very start. Think of it like a seed that carries a blueprint for blossoming, requiring both sunshine and rain to emerge in full splendor. In the tension of each hardship, you uncover reservoirs of perseverance you never knew existed. The pain in your heart is an invitation for you to draw closer to me, seeking in me a source of solace and endurance that defies all human logic. It is in the rawness of pain that I show myself to be the God who heals, restores, and lifts. Rather than running away, run into my arms, and you will discover a solace far exceeding any fleeting comfort the world might offer. You are mightier than you realize. Within you, I have kindled the divine spark of creativity, compassion, and resilience. In synergy with my spirit, you can achieve what once seemed impossible. The world may try to erode your confidence, persuading you that you lack what it takes to overcome these immense obstacles. Voices from outside, and sometimes within, might say you do not measure up, or that past failures have disqualified you. But I declare that your past is not your prison, and your future is not robbed by those mistakes. Yet I tell you that you are not merely sufficient, you are more than capable. Embrace this truth, for it is a testament to my power at work in you. See how I have woven resilience into your soul, enabling you to stand taller every time you are knocked down. Your worth is not dictated by external judgments or the hurdles that loom in front of you. Opinions of others may change like shifting tides, yet my love for you remains firmly anchored, unmoved by the ebbs and flows of social consensus. Look inward to find the definition I have given you: beloved, chosen, equipped. I, your heavenly Father, have inscribed your value in stone. This inscription cannot be undone by passing trends, criticisms, or betrayals. It is carved by the hand that shaped the universe, eternal and unassailable. Before you took form in your mother's womb, I knew you. I visualized every breath you would take, every path you would walk, and the difference you would make in the tapestry of humanity. You are intimately known, your name carried in the depth of my being. I chose you before your very first cry. This choosing was an intentional act of love, a calling forth of your life in a world that needed your unique presence and gifts. No power can undo or invalidate that choice. And from that moment until now, my gaze has never left you, not for an instant. While humans can only see snapshots of your life, I behold the full panorama from beginning to end. Each high and low is mapped, and I remain consistently by your side. During those times you feel the loneliest and think nobody grasps your anguish. Remember that I am there, listening to each sigh, embracing you in my loving arms, soothing your shattered heart. Let the loneliness be a beacon, guiding you back to my comfort, that you may experience in deeper measure the closeness we share. It is in the most barren moments that my tender love can shine forth like a candle in the darkest night. My cherished child, every bruise and every trial has a sacred function. They become the chisels that shape your character, the brushstrokes painting your life's story with hues of triumph and humility. Nothing that you endure is wasted in my hands. I use all things to mold you into a vessel for grace. They are the instruments by which I shape you into your fullest self, the self I have envisioned since the dawn of time. Understand that I see the outcome, the final portrait of your soul's potential, and each experience you face is a necessary stroke in its unfolding. Have faith that the shaping process, though arduous, serves a glorious end. Recall that diamonds emerge through intense pressure. Likewise, the hardships you contend with are the exact pressures that unveil the illuminating strength I have placed in you. In the heart of every trial lies an opportunity for transformation, polishing you until you radiate the brilliance I see within you. Pressure is not your enemy. It becomes an ally when aligned with my purpose for your growth. Fear not the ache, nor tremble in the face of adversity, for these are the very means I use to lift and fortify you. This is where your endurance is forged, your hope is emboldened, and your trust in me deepens beyond casual devotion. Do not run from challenges, but walk steadily through them, trusting that I walk with you. You do not traverse this path alone. Even when friends forsake or family misunderstand, I remain a faithful companion, ensuring you are never truly without support. My presence is with you each step, even if your senses fail to recognize it. In sorrowful times, your emotions may obscure my nearness, but I am there nonetheless, whispering reassurance beneath the noise of worry. I have never forsaken you and never will. My promise to be with you always is not idle talk, but a declaration of my covenant love, unbreakable, unchangeable. When you feel frail, my power reaches perfection in your frailty. Acknowledge your weakness and watch how my strength surges forth, covering your gaps, enabling you to do what you thought impossible. Where you end, I begin, revealing the majesty of my grace in your life. Look upon your reflection, my dear child, and see yourself through my eyes. Do not let past criticisms or fleeting failures define the image you see. Rather, let your reflection be bathed in the knowledge that I see beyond your scars and shortcomings, beholding the beauty of your core. Do not judge yourself by what critics say or by short-lived missteps. Each of us stumbles, but these moments do not negate the potential and grace within you. Allow each stumble to remind you of your humanity and my compassion, turning to me for a fresh start. Embrace the vision I hold of you, a valiant soul, a treasured offspring, a wondrous creation born of unconditional love. Picture yourself as I do, deeply cherished, brimming with promise, worthy of a future that radiates my goodness. In that vision lies the strength to transcend negativity and doubt. You were fashioned with a remarkable purpose, and no obstacle on earth can thwart it as long as you continue walking by faith. Let no circumstance, no human verdict, no internal misgiving ever eclipse that sense of mission I have breathed into your being. By faith, you stay aligned with the path I have carved, a path leading you to discover all I have in store. Yes, storms will come, but they will not engulf you. The tempest may tower, the winds may howl, but I am the master of the elements. I will never permit the waves to sweep you under permanently. Flames may lick at your feet, but they will not consume you, for I am your shield and your eternal source of courage. Remember how I have safeguarded my children throughout history, quenching the flames that threatened to devour them. I extend that same protective grace to you now. In this frantic world, which ceaselessly dangles superficial fulfillment, I see you yearning for a profound and everlasting truth. So many illusions are marketed as happiness, success, or fulfillment, yet they quickly lose their luster. You, however, were made for a depth that surpasses these fleeting allurements. This world may keep handing out tempting but hollow invitations, fleeting promises that leave you empty and restless. When you partake of these empty invitations, your soul remains unsatisfied, echoing with a longing for something real, eternal, and pure. Let this hunger guide you back to me, the wellspring of living water that alone can quench your thirst. Yet I, your creator, will never offer you anything that ends in disappointment. My gifts do not merely entertain for a season, they transform, heal, and empower, imbuing your life with purpose that does not fade. Even if darkness surrounds you on all sides, if attempts are made to flood your mind with trepidation and uncertainty, your heart need not quake. Draw upon the certainty of my presence, for darkness is as light to me. No matter how overwhelming the shadows appear, they cannot overcome the radiance I shine upon you. My arm is always long enough to rescue you. Time and again, I have demonstrated my ability to pull my children from the pits of despair, from the brink of impossible odds. I will do the same for you, for my reach knows no limits. My power is limitless. No force in the heavens or on earth can overshadow the love and defense I extend to you. Even in cosmic battles unseen, my sovereignty reigns supreme. No scheme, no weapon can match the sheer might of my unfailing devotion to you. When dark powers roar, my peace enfolds you like invisible armor, guarding your soul and shielding your thoughts from every trap. As you rest in my peace, their menacing growls lose their grip. Let that peace form a protective barrier around your heart, letting only truth and love inside. I am your fortitude when you are drained, your refuge from every onslaught. If you remain in me, you will find that even on days when energy is scarce, my strength lifts you onward. You need not fear the oppressive burdens, for I am ever prepared to carry them on your behalf. I am your counselor when you are perplexed, and your inexhaustible comfort when you feel isolated. When confusion clouds your judgment, I illuminate the best way forward. When sorrow engulfs your spirit, I cradle you in consolation that runs deeper than any earthly source of comfort. Stand unwavering on my promises, my beloved, for I am by your side not only in this moment, but for all eternity. Let your soul reflect upon each promise recorded throughout the ages, and see how they remain true today. My fidelity does not waver with the currents of time. It is eternal, just as I am. I have instilled within you a strength beyond mere physical capability, a spiritual potency enabling you to cross even the most tumultuous trials unscathed, to stand strong in the whirlwind, and still retain a heart at peace. It is a strength that smiles at adversity, knowing the deeper truth that I hold you firmly. While the world frets, you stand secure in the knowledge that I am greater than any tribulation. You will journey through treacherous ground, as though walking over serpents' heads, yet they will not wound you. Yes, you may traverse areas that seem perilous, fraught with uncertainties and challenges, yet I have given you discernment and holy armor to keep you safe from unseen dangers. That is because I have armed you with heavenly wisdom and resilience. Heavenly wisdom guides your choices, while resilience enables you to bounce back from discouragement, turning potential defeats into triumphant learning experiences. Step into every situation, trusting that I have given you the tools to emerge victorious. The poisonous darts of deceit cannot take hold of you, for my living truth abides in you, shining more brilliantly than any darkness the enemy could conjure. In the face of falsehood, let my truth radiate, dispelling deception as surely as the sun dispels night. Keep meditating on that truth, rooting it in your heart until no lie can find fertile ground within you. When lies creep into your mind, remember that my truth's light within you surpasses every shadow. Identify each lie swiftly, whether it attacks your worth, your future, or your identity, and counter it with the power of my word. Let the truth echo in your spirit louder than any whisper of doubt. My cherished one, the world will try its best to persuade you that you are too frail, too flawed, and will never surmount the challenges ahead. It might point to your past mistakes or highlight what you lack, but recall that I see you clothed in promise, brimming with potential shaped by my loving hand. But I declare this to you, you are not just adequate, you are fully equipped for triumph. Within you is the synergy of your unique strengths and my unwavering power. Stand in that knowledge, letting it embolden your steps each day. I have instilled in you a fearless spirit, a bold heart, and an unwavering mind. Fearlessness does not imply never feeling fear. It means you have the courage to face it, trusting me to guide you through. That boldness is anchored in conviction, not in fleeting human bravado, but in the steadfastness of divine calling. In moments of exhaustion, when it seems impossible to take another step, remind yourself that I carry you in those very instances. Look back upon seasons past when you felt equally drained, equally afraid. Notice how somehow you emerged, steadied by a grace you could not fully explain. When worries hem you in, recall that I am the one who clears a road in the desert, who parts the mighty waters. When impossible walls rise before you, remember that I am the God of breakthroughs, making paths where none existed. No boundary is too lofty for me, and because I live in you, not one is unconquerable for you either. United with me, you stand in a realm of possibility beyond the limitations of human logic. This union ensures that every challenge becomes an invitation to witness my power working through you. My beloved, don't allow the voices of gloom to extinguish the flame I have lit within you. Negative voices, whether from your own doubts or the cynicism of others, thrive on extinguishing hope. Guard that flame, feed it with constant reminders of my promises, and let it grow into a beacon of perseverance. Do not allow apprehension or skepticism to prevent you from walking into the divine purpose I have designated for you. Each time hesitation arises, reaffirm your commitment to the path I have outlined. Choose faith over fear, progress over paralysis, and you will see doors open in unprecedented ways. I am intimately aware of your every footstep and fleeting thought, and I have prepared a promising, blessed path for your life. Trust that even your missteps and detours can be woven into my plan, yielding wisdom you would not have gained otherwise. There is nothing wasted, for in my sovereignty, I turn every turn into an opportunity for good. Though the world may shove you aside, I summon you into my light. People might underestimate or overlook you, but I never do. Stand secure in the knowledge that my call on your life remains unaltered by human dismissal. The adversary may whisper that you are too weak to stand, but I proclaim you are my warrior, furnished with the armor of righteousness and the sword of truth. A warrior spirit does not mean you always feel brave. It means you stand upon my victory, forging ahead even in trembling. Your armaments are not weapons of destruction, but tools of justice, mercy, and unwavering faith. When obstacles are raised to bar your way, remember I am the one who shatters chains and brings down strongholds. Barriers that loom before you, promising to halt your progress, are like walls of straw compared to my might. At my word, every door intended for you will open, revealing new avenues for growth and blessing. My beloved, I don't just want you to endure your troubles, I want you to conquer them. Endurance is part of your journey, but it is not the end. Victorious living means rising above the storm clouds, glimpsing the sunlit horizon that I set for you. I don't merely intend for you to walk through darkness, I want you to become a beacon of light in it. Be the point of hope for others lost in shadow, illuminating the way to my unconditional love. Your struggles prepare you to guide others who stand where you once stood. When tribulations arrive, shift your gaze from the enormity of the struggle to the greatness of the one who stands with you. Focus not on the problem, but on my ever-present solution. Magnify my name above your fears, and watch as my peace supersedes the chaos. Go forward with calm certainty, knowing every situation forms part of the magnificent plan I have orchestrated for you. Even if you do not understand each piece, trust that I hold the grand picture, directing you step by step. Calm certainty is the quiet confidence that arises from trusting me fully, even when outcomes remain unseen. Even if the road ahead is unclear, trust that just beyond the bend lies a bounty of blessings you have yet to imagine. So many times in history, my people have walked roads that seemed impossible, only to discover wonders beyond their greatest dreams. That same wonder awaits you, for my heart is to bless you and use you to bless others. The gifts I offer you are not trivial. They are sacred treasures, wrapped in my limitless love and mercy. They may not resemble the glittering prizes the world celebrates, but they carry eternal significance and transform your character from within. Receive them with a spirit of gratitude, for they are tokens of my profound affection and grace. As long as your eyes and heart stay focused on me, my radiance will engulf you, lighting each step and guiding you through every challenge. Distractions may vie for your attention, but direct your inward gaze upon me, and I will ensure each next step is illuminated. Let no fear steal your focus. Instead, remain unwavering in your devotion and trust. Never let hardships or enticements dislodge you from me, your deepest fulfillment. Whether the trial is painful or the temptation alluring, resist straying from the shelter of my love. Your soul's truest satisfaction and completion lie in intimate communion with me. The world's promises are fleeting and cannot compare to my eternal goodness. It might dazzle for a moment, but eventually, every worldly pursuit reveals its emptiness if sought apart from me. Remain steadfast, certain that what I provide far surpasses ephemeral pleasures. My love and compassion are boundless, always ready to fill your life when you look toward me. Imagine an ever-flowing spring, waiting to replenish you whenever you come thirsty. There is no shortage in me. Each time you come, I am here, abundant in grace and mercy. Seek me wholeheartedly with a passion uncorrupted by lesser things. Purify the intentions of your heart, longing for me above everything else, and you will find a richness of spirit unlike anything the world can grant. Do not let trivial, worldly pleasures overshadow your deep yearning for me. Balance your life so that fleeting amusements do not eclipse the deeper pursuit of spiritual intimacy. Let your heart remain aligned with the eternity I have placed within you. When you place me above all else, you will never be without what you truly need. Your needs run deeper than physical or material wants. They are spiritual, emotional, and relational. As you prioritize me, I will ensure every need is met in the most perfect way. Whatever you require for a life of wholeness, I am ready to give. Open your hands and release the grip on old burdens to receive the greater gifts I have prepared. In this exchange, you abandon the illusions of control for the reality of my unfailing generosity. But these aren't material assets or human accolades. They're the peace, joy, and love only I can provide. True abundance is measured not by possessions, but by the depth of your contentment, your freedom from fear, your capacity to love without reservation. Worldly accolades are momentary, but my gifts shape who you are eternally. Let your greatest delight be rooted in me, not in your worldly achievements or the applause of others. Achievements, while commendable, will never fulfill the soul's craving for divine connection. Only my presence satisfies the deepest yearnings of your spirit. Instead, discover your fulfillment in my holy presence. Let me be the place where you find solace, renewal, and inspiration. Like a traveler finding rest in an oasis, allow my presence to rejuvenate your whole being. When you spend quiet moments with me, tuning your heart to my voice and letting my spirit lead you, you will find yourself in harmony with the very pulse of heaven. This harmony creates an unspoken melody of grace, a dance of trust and surrender that aligns you with eternal rhythms. In that dance, you discern the sweetness of my love, the serenity of my assurance. Do you realize, dear child, that whenever you seek me, I am never hidden? I never retreat to a place where you cannot follow. If you feel distant, it is because something else has captured your attention, not because I have withdrawn my presence. I do not disguise myself, forcing you to stumble aimlessly. Rather, I shine my light ahead of you, beckoning softly, waiting for you to come. I am continually close, nearer than your own breath. In every heartbeat, in every thought, I dwell, guiding, sustaining, and loving you in ways both small and grand. Let this nearness bring comfort, for I am not a distant king, but a father intimately involved in your life. Each heartbeat reflects my abiding presence within you. With each throb of life, I remind you that I am the source of it, that I sustain you with a love beyond compare. The very essence of your being is interlaced with my spirit. With every inhale and exhale, I cleanse your spirit, mend your profoundest wounds, and set you on the path I have specifically chosen for you. Breathe me in. Let me heal the fractures that life's pressures have left behind. Breathe out your anxieties, making space for hope, renewal, and clarity. Today I urge you to step into that quiet, profound space deep within, safe from the clamor of the world, where only my gentle whisper resonates in your heart. Carve out that sacred solitude, a silent sanctuary where you and I can converse in profound simplicity. In that quiet, your soul will rediscover my love's tranquility, a place where burdens dissolve into trust. In this turbulent, restless realm, where time feels forever rushed and distractions never cease, I invite you to pause, to listen, and to cultivate stillness. Picture yourself stepping out of a roaring river onto its serene bank, taking a moment to observe and restore your energy. In this practice, you will sharpen your awareness of my guidance in even the busiest scenarios. Separate yourself from the frenzied currents of daily life, where trivial chatter and endless worries clamor for your attention. Create boundaries for your heart and mind, protecting them from an overload of external noise. Like a gardener uprooting weeds, remove what saps your focus and your spirit, allowing space for me to flourish within you. Keep your soul undisturbed by meaningless threats or the noise of fear. For my beloved, only my words shape your destiny. Recognize that some voices try to intimidate you into despair or inactivity. They hold no sway over your future, for I alone declare the path and outcome of your life, not the shouts of the world, not the enemy's whispers, and not even the seeds of self-doubt you sow within. Only one voice ultimately matters, the voice that declares you loved, redeemed, and victorious. When you align with that voice, you walk in truth that cannot be undone. I alone, as your creator and loving Father, hold your destiny in my hand. No circumstance, no decision of others, no mistake of your own can wrest you away from my grand design. Your hope resides in the certainty that you rest in the care of the one who orchestrates galaxies. Even when you meet opposition, whether from external forces or from your own inner turmoil, do not allow despair to enter your soul. Adversity, while unpleasant, also has the power to sharpen your resolve, teaching you to lean more fully on me. Despair is the absence of hope, but with me, hope is never lost. There will be seasons when it seems as though everything works against you, when each decision brings frustration or sorrow. You may feel singled out by misfortune, questioning why trouble tracks you so persistently. But hold fast, for the story does not end at adversity. Yet believe me when I say these hardships are not your final destination. They are transitions, catalysts that move you from one stage of faith to a deeper one. They cannot define you unless you concede your hope to them. They are lessons, stepping stones along your journey, guiding you closer to me, building your perseverance, and helping you grow. Approach each difficulty with an openness to learn, seeking the priceless wisdom that adversity can reveal. You will look back and see how these chapters were essential to the testimony of transformation. There is no challenge too vast, no sorrow too deep, no darkness too dense to sever our sacred bond. Even at your lowest, trust that the anchor of my love secures you. You remain bound to me by threads of grace that are unbreakable. My affection for you has no boundaries, and it becomes the wellspring of strength you tap into to overcome life's raging storms. Let that truth invigorate you when your spirit flags, reminding you that you are held by a power immeasurably greater than any tempest. Hope blossoms in the soil of my limitless love. Whenever you feel like you've reached the brink, hold on to the truth that I am there, supporting you with my mighty hand. In moments you believe you can't endure another setback, recall the times I have come through for you in miraculous ways. I have provided before. I will provide again. You have turned from darkness toward the light, surrendering your soul to me, recognizing me as both your Savior and solid refuge. This turning is a profound act of the will, a declaration that you no longer walk alone or in the shadows of despair. It testifies that you accept my invitation to live in the brightness of my love. Your faithful devotion, even under crushing strain, blazes like a lighthouse on stormy seas. Whenever the world sees you stand firm in faith, they witness a testimony of my sustaining grace. You become a beacon for others adrift in doubts, showing them that hope persists in the fiercest tempests. It sets you apart from those who let worry consume them in waves of hopelessness. Rather than drowning in fear, you choose to rise each day, anchored in the knowledge that my promises do not fail. This choice marks you as one who trusts a power beyond mere circumstance. There are souls who, when faced with adversity, quickly cave into doubt and anger. They fix their eyes on the turmoil around them, forgetting that I am there, offering a sturdier foundation. They surrender to despair because they cannot see beyond the storm. They view their situation only through the lens of unfairness, missing the daily miracles in front of them. How easily blessings can be overlooked when one's perspective narrows to grievances and disillusionment. Miracles abound. Each breath, each sunrise, each act of kindness. Yet they go unnoticed amid resentment. They overlook that in the very moments of anguish, I am behind the scenes, readying greater blessings that their current eyes cannot perceive. They remain fixated on immediate troubles, unaware that new doors are already creaking open, that new life is stirring. My hand never stops orchestrating redemption stories, even in the bleakest hours. They forget to see the sacred wonder in every breath, in each heartbeat, in the presence of loved ones, in every fresh chance to begin anew. Life is a precious gift, filled with second chances to grow, to give, and to love. If they pause to reflect on these daily miracles, hope would rekindle within them. They remain blind to how deeply I love them, a love that never tires and never gives up. Though they may reject or ignore me, my arms are extended still. I labor tirelessly to win their hearts, whispering grace into the silence of their pain. Even when they shut me out, I remain patient, arms held wide, continuously calling them home. This is the essence of unconditional love, a love that persists even when unreciprocated. I do not abandon them. I yearn for them to realize the fullness of life found only in me. But you, my precious child, have chosen another way. You have sought the path of hope, refused to succumb to darkness, and instead placed your confidence in my unchanging goodness. This choice pleases me, for it aligns your heart with the light I freely offer. You have shunned darkness not only for your own salvation, but also to intercede for those who stray, for those stumbling in a darkness they do not realize. Your prayers do not go unheard. They create ripples of mercy that travel into hearts far beyond your direct reach. In your compassion, you reflect my heart for the lost and hurting. Your compassion and persistence reflect the light I placed in you, that you might shine for weary travelers around you. Just as a lighthouse stands firm against pounding waves to guide ships to safety, you are a spiritual lighthouse, offering guidance to those battered by life's storms. Never underestimate the power of your love, for it carries my love to those who need it most. So press onward, regardless of how thorny the path becomes or how fierce the storms grow. You are not meant to retreat at the first sign of hardship, but to forge ahead with the confidence that you never walk alone. Each thorn can become a reminder that a rose blooms nearby, each tempest a reminder that calmer days always follow. Grip your faith tightly, because each step brings you nearer to the sacred purpose I have carved out for you. Your faith acts as a lifeline, ensuring that you do not drift from the path I laid. Cherish that faith. Let it guide you with unwavering resolve through every shifting circumstance. Do not allow regret or fear to weigh you down. Regret keeps you shackled to the past, and fear attempts to strangle your future. But my grace covers your yesterdays, and my promise ensures your tomorrows. Do not let the world's clamor shake your steadfast trust in me. Voices around you will shout for attention, contending for your belief and loyalty. Stand firm, recalling that my voice alone grants you genuine peace and direction. You were not destined for a life ruled by fear. You were born to be an overcomer. Overcoming is more than surviving. It is thriving, standing tall in the face of challenges and seizing the victories I place before you. Whether small or monumental, each victory attests to my faithfulness in your life. Hang on to the truths I have taught you, those I have etched upon your heart during our journey together. Time cannot erase these truths, nor can doubt invalidate them. They stand like carved pillars, steadying you when emotional storms assail. Pay no attention to subtle lies, regardless of how pleasing or persuasive they may appear. Lies can appear logical or even well-intentioned, but measure them against my word, my character, my love, and they will collapse under true scrutiny. The world may offer hollow promises and misleading doctrines designed to pull you from my radiant truth, but you must remain resolute, ensuring nothing weakens my light within you. Resilience in the face of worldly enticements reflects maturity of faith. Be vigilant, staying anchored in the power of my spirit and my living word. Let my word be the lamp that guides you, lighting even the darkest trails and guarding you from the enemy's snares. Absorb its wisdom, for in times of confusion, it will serve as a dependable compass, directing you back to me. In its pages, you will find comfort, correction, and the unchanging truth that secures your soul. Guard your heart, my beloved, for it is my sacred dwelling, the temple I've chosen for my home. Just as you would protect a cherished sanctuary from pollution, keep your inner self pure from bitterness, malice, and despair. Your heart is the throne room of my presence, a place of profound communion between us. Let it be filled with love and grace in the same way I have poured my unconditional affection upon you. Filling your heart with love leaves no room for hostility. In grace, you see others as I see them, flawed yet redeemable, deserving of compassion and understanding. Refuse to let grudges or fear fester there. These are the seeds the enemy plants to choke the abundant life and joy I offer. Bitterness corrodes the vessel that holds it, while fear crushes faith beneath its weight. Uproot them swiftly, replacing them with forgiveness and trust. Instead, tear out any root of bitterness and sow kindness and forgiveness in its place. Kindness enriches the ground of your soul, making it fertile for every divine virtue to grow. Forgiveness liberates you from emotional shackles, opening the door to healing and reconciliation. Speak in ways that heal, even when discussing those who have harmed you. Words are powerful. They can either tear down or uplift. When you choose speech that builds, you align with my heart of restoration, setting an example that draws people closer to me. Remember how freely I forgave you. When guilt weighed you down, when shame threatened to silence your spirit, I extended mercy without reservation. That same generosity is what I ask you to reflect outward. When you stumbled, I welcomed you back with open arms. I did not hold your failures against you, but saw the potential for growth, the possibility of a renewed heart. Open your arms to others in the same manner, reflecting the unconditional embrace you have received from me. Extend that same forgiveness to others, not because they necessarily deserve it, but because you were forgiven at a time you did not deserve it yourself. In doing so, you free both yourself and them from the repetitive cycle of vengeance and animosity. Forgiveness is the path to true freedom, the journey from pain to release. Forgiveness is not weakness, but rather a powerful act. It sets you free from past burdens, unlocking the door to peace and liberty. The soul that forgives is not enslaved by rage or sadness. It journeys forward unencumbered, allowing you to walk into new seasons, unbound by old wounds. Do not condemn those I have redeemed and cleansed. Sometimes your human vantage point sees only their past faults, but I see the transformed hearts and minds my grace is crafting. Who are you to withhold acceptance from those I have called into my light? You may encounter people whose pasts are scarred by mistakes or wrongdoing, but if I have pardoned them, if I have brought them back into my light, then receive them graciously. Their journey might be different from yours, but each soul I call is precious to me. Offer them the same mercy and encouragement I have offered you. Let your vision not be blurred by prejudice, for my love and grace reach even the darkest recesses where hope seems extinct. I have no limit to whom I can redeem, no threshold to which my grace stops working. Miracles unfold in hearts once deemed hopeless, showcasing my glory. I recognize the potential in each person, continually working within them just as I have worked in you. Reflect upon your own story, where you were, how far you've come. If I can mold you, can I not do the same for another soul? Leave old wrongs and missteps behind, sinking them into the depths of my forgetfulness. Dwelling on them only grants them power to shape your present and future. By my grace, they have no hold on you unless you choose to let them. When I forgive, I erase the memory. I do not cling to your transgressions or recall them as evidence against you. I invite you to move forward, unburdened, free to embrace new beginnings. Those mistakes no longer have a hold on those who have been purified by me. You stand cleansed, robed in righteousness, no longer shackled by the old accusation. Walk in that liberation, letting gratitude fill your heart. Do not let your past entangle you. Every day I offer new mercies and fresh opportunities for change and growth. You are not anchored to your yesterday. You are propelled by the hope of tomorrow. Do not let it keep you from entering the future I have ordained. The only power your past wields is that which you allow. I call you forward, into a destiny that reflects my loving intentions for you. You have been renewed through my love, liberated to live a life that is rich and purposeful. Embrace the fullness of that life with confidence, for I go ahead of you preparing every provision, every connection. In each moment, I am ready to reveal more of the significance and joy I have planned for you. Encourage those around you, especially those struggling to find their footing in faith. Like you, they need gentle reminders that hope is not lost, that they are not alone in their struggles. A simple word, a quiet prayer, a thoughtful gesture can rekindle a flame in a soul nearly extinguished by despair. Be a guiding light, a caring companion, nudging them toward growth in both love and conviction. Your kindness can shift atmospheres. Your empathy can bridge gaps. Be the friend who points to my heart when others cannot see it clearly. Do not cling to the blessings I have given you. They were never meant for you alone. Blessings multiply when shared, like a loaf broken to feed many, each piece nourishing yet another hungry heart. In giving freely, you gain riches of the Spirit beyond measure. I pour blessings into your life so that through you, I can reach many souls. In the overflow of your blessings, others catch a glimpse of my character, generosity, compassion, and faithfulness. What you receive with open hands, pass on with an open heart, that my love may spread farther. Every small kindness, every tender word, every act of help you offer testifies to my love. Think not that these acts are too small to matter. Each ripple of kindness eventually becomes a wave that transforms communities, families, and individuals. In serving others and nurturing their faith, I will multiply your own blessings in return. When you invest in the spiritual growth of another, I cultivate even greater abundance in your own soul. This is the law of sowing and reaping. As you sow goodness, you also reap goodness magnified. My abundance will fill you, so that not only you, but everyone nearby is transformed by it. Picture your life as a vessel brimming with grace, overflowing onto anyone who stands close. This overflow is not accidental but purposeful, an extension of my plan to spread light wherever you go. The gifts I bestow upon you, my beloved, are not for you to hoard, but to flow freely like a revitalizing stream. Stagnant waters breed emptiness, but flowing waters bring life, hope, and renewal. Let my gifts move through you, so they remain fresh and life-giving. They quench parched hearts and revive exhausted spirits. In offering a kind word, a warm meal, a listening ear, or a supportive prayer, you become the conduit of my renewing grace. You never know how far-reaching the impact of a single compassionate act can be. I long for you to be a carrier of my love and light in this world. I place you strategically where pain runs deep and shadows cling, that your radiant spirit may testify of me. Carry love into the darkest corners, confident that the darkness will never overcome the light you bear. Where darkness and hardship abound, I have placed you to shine. As the candle in a dimly lit room changes the atmosphere, your presence, fueled by my spirit, shifts despair to hope. Never underestimate the difference you can make when you walk in my guidance. Let that light radiate not just in comfortable seasons, but also when trials loom. Authentic light shines brightest in adversity. When you stand firm, you reveal the deeper truth that your hope is not based on circumstances but on eternal promises. Whenever you pick love over hatred, grace over bitterness, and hope over despair, you fulfill the purpose for which I have called you. Your choices reflect my character, showing that you stand under a higher authority than the impulses of the world. This is the essence of being a child of light, someone who consistently mirrors divine love. Do not tremble at threats or adversity, for I am by your side constantly. Threats can loom like towering giants, but remember David, who faced Goliath armed with faith in my power. You too carry stones of truth, ready to bring down every intimidating circumstance. When you are drained, run to me, and I will give you rest. In the stillness of prayer and devotion, you will find your spirit restored, your heart lifted, your mind clarified. My rest is not merely physical, it is a spiritual tranquility that transcends human logic. When you wander in confusion, listen for my voice, and I will reveal the way. Confusion can be paralyzing, but my guidance acts like a compass pointing you to your North Star, my will. As you tune out the clamor and tune into me, clarity emerges where chaos once reigned. I will never forsake you, and my love will never wane. Though you may feel undeserving or distant, my affections remain unwavering. When all else shifts, my constancy remains the bedrock on which you can securely stand. Live confidently, my dear child, knowing that you have been chosen, cherished, and equipped to fulfill the calling I have placed on your shoulders. Let every morning greet you with a reminder that you are not merely drifting through life, you are commissioned by the King of Kings. Confidence rooted in me is unshakable, for it draws from the certainty of my promises rather than from fleeting human assurances. You are never by yourself in this journey. I have surrounded you with people who will walk and stand with you, and through them, I will also speak to your heart. Community is one of my gifts, a tapestry of diverse individuals whose experiences, wisdom, and love strengthen your walk. Be humble enough to receive from them, and generous enough to pour into them in return. You are on the threshold of a meaningful new season. This transition may be subtle or abrupt, but it signals a doorway through which my unfolding plan for you becomes clearer. Prepare your heart for new revelations, new responsibilities, and an expansion of the blessings you carry. These coming days do not just add on to what you've already experienced. They mark a fresh chapter that I carefully designed long ago. Much like a book changes tone and plot with each chapter, so your life story evolves under my masterful guidance. Remain open, expectant, and courageous as you step forward. This season is more than a simple transition. It is your time to fully step into the destiny I appointed for you from the world's foundation. Before the universe bloomed into being, I envisioned you and this stage of your journey. Stand in awe of how meticulously I have woven every thread to lead you here. Doors will open before you, openings and favors so vast that they eclipse even your wildest dreams. My precious child, as this message comes to a close, remember that my love surrounds you always, guiding you through every storm and blessing you with hope beyond measure. Return here time and again, for each message on this channel is a sacred reminder to rebuild your spiritual walls and renew your strength in my everlasting embrace. Subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss the divine whispers and transformative insights I share, ensuring that my voice is a constant light on your path. Together, we will journey through every trial, celebrate every victory, and nurture a community rooted in my unchanging truth. Step back into this sanctuary of divine love and let my words continue to shape you into the resilient, cherished soul I have created. Amen.